What's going on, you guys? Your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. Tonight, we got Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Miami Heat versus the LA Lakers. The Lakers are up 3 games to 2 in the series and look to try to win their 17th NBA title tonight with a victory, while the Heat look to force a Game 7. So some breaking news, coming in just now, courtesy from Ticket TV. Salute to him, and also from ClutchPoints.com. Alex Caruso, their reserve guard, is going to start on Game 6 tonight in favor of Dwight Howard, and they basically made the change to try to counter the small lineup that the Heat have been throwing at the Lakers throughout the entire series. Now, when you look looking at it from this perspective, for the entire series, Dwight Howard's been averaging about 2.5 points per game with 3.4 rebounds in about 14 minutes of play, from the stats given by Clutch Points. But they've been outscored by 12 in the 70 minutes that Howard's been on the floor against the Heat. Now, the one thing that Alex Caruso can provide is hustle, versatility, and also his defensive prowess, specifically against the guards of Tyler Chiro and Duncan Robinson. But the big thing that I think that's going to happen tonight is I think the Lakers, what they're going to try to do is try to switch up the matchups. Put Alex Caruso on Duncan Robinson, and when Tyler Chiro comes into the game, let LeBron James guard either was it Jay Crowder, or get the matchup of Jimmy Butler, and let let's see, Anthony Davis match up with Bam Adebayo also too. I think that this could be a very interesting kind of dynamic. I think that what the Lakers are going to try to do is play more the smaller lineup against the Heat smaller lineup. But I tend to disagree in this instance. I think that it would have been better if you would have put JaVale McGee in the center position, let Anthony Davis start at the foul forward position, and then basically allow LeBron James to defend against Jay Crowder to get him some rest, and then at some point switch it off with Jimmy Butler. But I think that at some point in time, I think that what Miami's gonna try to do is basically make Kyle Caruso work on the offensive end. Now, I think what's gonna happen here tonight is pretty much as simple as this. With you're the Heat, it's pretty much as this, okay? With the Miami Heat, what you're gonna see tonight is pretty much an emphasis of attacking Alex Caruso and making him defend. Now, Alex Caruso can defend, but here's the big thing that we have to understand here. He does get into foul trouble a lot. He tends to get into foul trouble, and I think that what's going to happen is that I think that what's going to allow them to do is just basically open up the court, and then pretty much let Jimmy Butler create for some more for the same 3 point shooting. Now, for people that keep saying that Gordon Dragic is going to return to the series, forget about it. That injury to his foot that he's had since game one, it's going to be way too much for him to overcome, specifically when it comes to torn and the plantar fasciitis. I've been telling y'all that he's not playing for the rest of the series, and I'm still sticking by it. There's no way that he's going to play tonight. But I think that this is going to be a very interesting thing. I think that the Lakers are going to try to want to counter their small ball lineup to try to make the switches on defense play a little bit better. Now, in terms of benching Danny Green, I disagree with that. I think that they're going to still let him start. I think what we'll see tonight is, what if the Lakers going to try to set up some floppy plays to try to get Danny Green confidence up, to try to get him some shots early on in the game. Because I think that his confidence might be shot a bit after missing the golden opportunity to win the championship with that potential game-winning jumper in Game 5. So I think that it's gonna allow Danny Green to try to get him more involved offensively, and I know LeBron that's gonna try to get Danny Green involved to get him some confidence, because Alex Caruso doesn't have to demand a lot of shots. All he does is just play defense, hustle, and take the occasional open jump shots. But if Al Caruso gets himself in the foul trouble, that's going to change things, because we know that if Kyle Kuzma does not start getting buckets on the offensive end, he's a liability defensively. So I think that it's going to force Frank Vogel to put Rajon Rondo into the ball game and pretty much hit him at the point guard position. I think that with that being said, Rajon Rondo is still a good defender, but he doesn't move his feet as laterally as he used to when he was in Boston, unlike what Alex Caruso do. Because Alex Caruso's, what he does, he can move side to side. He's very good on the defensive switches, and he's very good against the two guards, particularly a two guard with some good, decent quickness. Now, Duncan Robinson is not a player that's going to try to put the ball on the floor and try to attack the paint. He's more of a guy that's off a catch and shoot and look to spot up to hit open jump shots. But I think that if you're the Miami Heat, you're gonna look to try to attack Alex Caruso and look to try to attack the LA Lakers interior defense and try to put the pressure on them to make the adjustment of go back to their bigger lineup. So that's not my reaction to this, though. I think it's gonna be a very interesting, dynamic to see how this will turn out. But it's gonna be very interesting to see. All right, so we're gonna be sticking to the game tonight, and I will do a quick live stream after the game. And my thoughts on the Lakers winning their 17th NBA title or the Heat forcing a Game 7. So that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section.